Hi, I'm Elise,
And I'm Steven.
and we work for the Cobb County Public Library. Stephen, have you ever seen a fairy?
I'm pretty sure I have, though it might have been a chipmunk. At least, what's your favorite fairy?
I mean, Tinkerbell
Tinkerbell.
and Krista from Ferngully,
Oh yeah.
and then all the rainbow fairies.
All the rainbow magic fairies?
Yes.
Which one would you choose though?
Purple.
Oh, of course, purple, obviously.
Where do you think fairies live?
I mean, I would assume they live in a house of some kind, probably, and I bet they share it with other animals like chipmunks, or shrews, or squirrels, maybe birds. Probably not a bear though.
Not a bear.
Not a bear.
Maybe we should build a fairy house at the library and see who comes to live in it.
Excellent idea. How do we build a fairy house?
I don't know. Like, what materials should we use?
That's a good question. How big should we build it, or how small?
I think we need to ask an expert for help. I know just the person.
Hey there! My name is Aminta and I am a program specialist at Cobb County Water System. I've been called here today to give you my best tips on building a fairy house. What is a fairy house? A fairy house is a habitat for fairies and their fairy friends. It's a tiny home that offers shelter, which is one of the 4 basic needs that a habitat needs to provide. To start, you'll need to use your imagination. Pretend that you are about 3 inches tall and you are outside. Where would you want to live if you were that small? Second, after you've found your spot, you'll need to start gathering supplies. Fairies and their fairy friends prefer homes made out of natural items. So I like to start by gathering some sticks. At least 10 or more will be great. You can use those sticks to help build the foundation of your home. Then you can use cut up pieces of twine and some small pieces of clay as glue to help secure your sticks. Once that's done, you can find smaller natural items like leaves, pine cones, and acorns to help decorate your fairy house. All right, remember to be an excellent steward while you're building your fairy house. And that means being mindful not to disturb other living creatures and their homes, because who knows, there might be a fairy watching. If you see a beautiful flower blooming, for example, instead of pulling it up and moving it to your fairy house, you can build right next to it instead. The same goes for large rocks or logs. They're wonderful to build next to. If we were to lift them up, you might be accidentally disturbing or tearing up another living creature's home. And we wouldn't want that, right? So, have fun building your fairy house. Bye-bye!
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
That was great! Now we want you to build a fairy house too.
Please email your photo to me, wickerte@cobbcat.org.
And post on social media and tag us with #CobbLibrary and #FairyHouse.
Wonder how long we'll have to wait for a fairy to come to our house.
What should we do while we wait?
I know.
Let's read some books! Let's see. Where should we start? Which one should we start with?
The Lumberjack's Beard.
The Lumberjack's Beard. This one is so good. What do you have down there?
I have Pinkalicious Fairy House.
What?
And No, No, No. And Fairies of Nutfolk Wood.
Love it. Is that a chapter book?
That is a chapter
Is
book.
that even chapter book fairy books?
And Stella, Fairy of the Forest.
Whoa.
And finally, The Truth About Fairies.
The truth about fairies. Let's
What do
see.
you have?
I have National Geographic Kids Animal Homes. Also, this great picture book, Welcome Home Bear, a book of animal habitats. This one's so much fun. Let's see, what else? Do turtles sleep in treetops? Another book about animal houses. And A Perfect Home for a Family. I love it.
You can find all of these books and many more at the library.
Now, good luck and have fun.
And remember, send me those pictures.
Send the pictures.